Once again, the final score in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the Lakers 83 and the Celtics 79. Now, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for your late local news, Nightline, and Jimmy Kimmel Live over most of these ABC stations. As the Lakers win, such a heartbreaking finish to what has been a remarkable playoff run for the Boston Celtics and an extraordinary turnaround from the regular season. Many doubted the Celtics coming into the playoffs, but they beat Cleveland, beat Orlando, and made it all the way to Game 7. But this is going to be a tough one to forget as they come oh so close to winning an NBA championship. And now many questions. Will Doc Rivers be back? Will Ray Allen be back? As the Celtics will have a difficult flight home to Boston, but they played a tremendous game here tonight. Not the prettiest mark, but typical of them. Just all grit and effort that just came up short.
Oh, you talked about it. Typical Boston Celtics. Did not quit. Doc Rivers did an outstanding job. Great leadership. No excuses. They left it on the floor. They should be awfully proud of what they were able to accomplish. And
Jeff, an interesting offseason for them, whether or not Doc Rivers returns. They're losing Tom Thibodeau, the terrific assistant coach. Ray Allen might not be back, so it's going to be a busy offseason for them.
It is, but as you mentioned, Mike, I love their competitive spirit. Their initial defense tonight was as good as I've ever seen. They just couldn't secure the ball enough and keep the Lakers off the free throw line down the stretch of the game.
And again, the Lakers coming back from 13 down in the second half. All right, from Los Angeles, again, a tremendous back-to-back accomplishment. You got Kobe Bryant signed a 3-year extension. Pau Gasol did the same thing. Artest and Odom were signed. The really big question, obviously, is Fisher, and will Phil Jackson return?
Well, a great accomplishment. Total team effort winning this championship. Bryant touched on it, how tough it was to get it done. They got it done defensively and collectively. And I just want to make a point. Stuart Scott introduced Magic Johnson as the greatest Laker ever. I say move over, Magic. Kobe Bryant has now officially supplanted him as the greatest Los Angeles Laker of all time.
Well, even on one of his worst offensive nights, particularly in such a deciding game, I was impressed by how their balance came through and his ability to was so important to the victory. But going forward, there's no reason they couldn't three-peat.
All right, two great teams with the Lakers and the Boston Celtics, and we want to congratulate a third great team, our crew all season long, led by producer Tim Corrigan and director Jimmy Moore, a group of professionals. We salute you because they're champions for us every single year, and a spectacular job done by all. So thanks to the gang. Meanwhile, the Lakers, now time to celebrate and enjoy. It had not been an easy season for them. Again, they finished the end of the regular season with some struggles and some real health concerns coming in, especially Kobe Bryant. They were tested in the first round by Oklahoma City, swept Utah. Phoenix gave them a battle, and question marks all along the way. As Kobe Bryant celebrating with his team. You know, he made such a big deal of Pau Gasol, and what was nice to see is Gasol getting the credit from his teammates and now around the world. The guy he's not the most physical player. He's just a very special basketball player, one of the best big men in the world.
Well, think about it. He was off to a rough start himself to start that game. To come through down the stretch after you struggle, that requires a mental toughness, which is superior to a physical strength.
And, you know, a guy from New York, from your hometown, Mark, Ron Artest, you hear me even thanked a psychiatrist with Doris Burke after the game. For him to go from where he came to now become an NBA championship is it's nice to see.
And he should be awfully proud because he didn't want to go down as a guy that won a championship on the back of Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol. He put his stamp on this ball game. They dared him to beat him. He made shots, and he also did it exactly the way Phil Jackson designed it when they thought about bringing him here, by shutting down the opposing team's best offensive weapon. Stellar job by Ron Artest.
The celebration underway, and it will last a long, long time. The Los Angeles Lakers win the championship, led by Kobe Bryant. He's a 5-time champion now and a 2-time Finals MVP. This magnificent player adds another chapter to his legendary career. Pau Gasol, 3 years in LA, 3 finals, 2 championships. As good a big man as there in basketball throughout the world. Derek Fisher, the trusted running mate. He's got 5 titles of his own with the Lakers. And Phil Jackson now a staggering 11 championships as a head coach, one of the most outstanding and decorated coaching careers in any sport, as the Los Angeles Lakers celebrate their back-to-back titles. Lakers and the Celtics. It just sounds right at this time of year. Rondo. Oh, what a fake, and he lays it in. Oh, blocked by Bryant. Oh, blocked by Tony Allen. He came from nowhere. Ray Allen backs out a three. And that's an NBA Finals record. Stolen by Bryant. Puts up the three. Bang! Davis the rebound. Banks it in. And a foul. Pierce able to come up with it. Throws it to Rondo. Rondo the layup. He banks it in. Shannon Brown. Wow! Tonight, a champion will be crowned. They're letting him play early. Blocked by Wallace. And Gasol with an excellent second effort. Oh, he blocked it. Terrific block from Pau Gasol. By Olin. Gets it back and puts it up and in. Fisher for three. Bang! Bryant on the pull-up. Puts it in. Shot. It's good. Gasol got it to go. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions. Fitting in to the NBA season, the two most successful and storied franchises in NBA history battle for 7 hard-fought, intense games. Lakers in Boston. This time the Lakers emerge as champions. Thanks for watching the NBA Finals.